Hello and welcome back to Crago Creations. Today's video is going to be an update on the many adventures of Winnie the Pooh. And as you can see here, I have Tomorrowland moved out to the side, and we're going to get back there and take a look at that attraction. I've neglected that for so long, and recently put together the actual facade or the front of that ride. So we're working on Fantasyland. As you can see, we've got it opened up down the side of Main Street so we can get to that. So again, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. It really helps us out. If you have any questions or comments, please leave those down below, and we're going to get to Fantasyland right now. So again, as we have talked about before, we can move out this, we can move Tomorrowland out so we can get down Main Street. And yes, I still have that parade. I've got to get that off of Main Street and get the minifigures back out there and busy down Main Street. And we've got some, I'm thinking about some addition to Main Street itself, a classic of Main Street. I'm not going to talk about it right now, but that might be coming soon as well. So as we get down here into the past the partner statue and past the Magic Kingdom, which again, everybody heard about the color change back to this color scheme, which I'm excited about because I did keep this castle because I did go 360 with it. I kept this castle in the park here, and the other castle, obviously, I put the new castle out in the wall art there. If you haven't seen that, check it out. But so that news came out. Still waiting on news on a little more art for. I want them to get a little bit further into the Cars experience over there before I do any more changes to that area, because I already used the first concept art and the second one came out, and it actually throws a wrench into what I've worked on. So we're gonna have to make some changes as we get some more conclusive concept art. The last concept art was so cartoonish that I'm not sure how it will actually set up, and they might change it. So I'll be working on that too. So if you haven't seen my edition of that first set of concept art to the Tom Sawyer area, go ahead and check that out. But today I want to talk about the many adventures of Winnie the Pooh. And what I originally just had was just the tree itself, the set that they came out with, which works perfectly into the ride facade as well. But what I had here, and you can't see over the trees here, but I just had some medieval looking buildings because of the castle-like facade to it. So I took that and I reconfigured it, and I'll get around to the other side here in a second, and you saw it on the thumbnail, I'm sure. I tried to take some of the photos and just recreate the front of that ride. Now, like everything else, guys, I use what I have. So I take pride in the fact that this, especially this facade, was totally out of pieces that I already had. So I just went through and remodeled what I had sitting there and then took things out of my storage. But this is coming down from the right side of the castle there, right past the teacups. And then we also, again, I've shifted up a little bit. I've got the Dumbo rides right here just because of the lack of room. You guys saw the Barnstormer there. I still have to do a lot of tiling. So I've got all these tiles here. I have like triple this or quadruple this amount. So what I'm going to do is probably use the tiling in some kind of format to work on the groundwork there. I want to work on that area in right in front of Filler Magic, and I started behind the Barnstormer there. I don't know if I like that pattern that I put. I might just go with straight, straight tile. But that's on the way too, because I get a lot of comments about the studs being exposed and that. I get it. I do like the smooth look too, but I have to be strategic because I want to have some studs for the minifigures. So in this area, I just took some parade vehicles off of that. So there was a lot of space there for minifigures too. So this is the backside. I'm going to get now on the other side. I'm going to try to get in that area right over there to give the best view. It's a little hard maybe I'll get over there first. I'll show you that view, and then I'll get back there. Because of the carousel in the way, it makes it a little difficult, but let's get right to that right now. All right, and here we are over behind Tron here, behind the barnstormer. A lot of exposed wood here, I know. I will be getting pieces on that soon. That's the tile work that I did there. I've got a little seat with a lamp. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep that. I might go with straight gray tile there, not the dark gray checkered. So I can't see much from this side. You can see the front of the Dumbo rides, but there is the entrance. You can kind of see the sign there on the tree there, and you can see a little bit over to that front facade, but let's get a closer look. I'm going to get back in that region over there. So let me do that right now. All right, and here we are back behind the castle. And I guess I'm going to be able to get some good vantage points for you here as we look at the tree. And yes, that's just a custom sticker. I just took a sticker off of images online, and then I just printed out on a sticker-backed piece of paper. And so I've got the signage there in the tree, and I've got to get some work around that. It's just sitting there now. And then if we look at the entrance, let's get around here. I tried to go, again, with the top there, the castle-like architecture, and then it's all wood plank. And then we have those, the lanterns coming off, and then the area where you're in line, I tried to make that brick wall, and some of the area in line that the kids can play in and all that. And let's see if I can get a better picture down. There we go. And you can kind of see what I did to get that facade going there. And then it just drops off in the back there. Then I put the fencing up that goes back into the ride, but then I kind of faded into the trees behind there. So I know a lot of people are like, well, you got to do the inside. You got to do the inside. Well, if I did the inside of all these, it would probably be, 4 or 5 times the size of this. And as you can see, I am pushing the limits in room already. And if you guys have been with me for a long time, you know I was over in the other side of the basement where we have the bedroom now. And that's all living room out there now behind those clouds. So things have changed a lot. We've got a lot more room over here. And this is pretty much what I'm working with. I'm not going to gather any more room out of the basement behind these clouds or concrete walls. So as we look through the rest of the park here, you can kind of see the size and scope there. But that is the latest addition. And I needed that coming up because this is one land that I kind of neglected for a while. And I really needed that representation here and just the architecture around the castle there. I still got a lot of work to do on the side there and leading up and getting tile down. I've got some cords exposed there for the lighting and that. So, and as I look over at Liberty Square, I'm reminded by the Christmas hut or the Christmas village there that Christmas is coming up soon. I do decorate the park for Christmas. I know Halloween will be coming first, but I do a few things with the Haunted Mansion, and we'll do some stuff with some parade work and all that kind of stuff, but I really get it all decked out for Christmas. So if you haven't seen that, go ahead and check that out as that's coming up in the next season here. But I wanted to show you the many adventures of Winnie the Pooh addition to the Fantasyland area in Magic Kingdom Park. So again, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. It really helps us out. Anybody that likes Disney or Lego, send them our way. Check us out on TikTok and Instagram as well. And we will see you soon. Bye-bye now.